Shalom, shalom is real. Peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. Listen up, man. It's gonna be a quick word today. Got the elder behind the camera getting this set up. Before we get into this word, man, first and foremost, man, we want to thank Yahweh, through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shah, for allowing us to rise to our feet today, for allowing us to even get together, man, and fellowship. That Proverbs 22:15. We're gonna kick him off with that. I got the elder loading up that Proverbs 22:15. It's gonna be a quick word today. We don't have a loaded word. Just we're gonna flow in the spirit. Man, the elder, we've been talking the last couple of days, man, and you know it's really how can I put this? It shouldn't get to this point where I'm saying this, but me and the elder kind of to the point where it's like, damn, dude, like, what else is it to cover? Because the same record, the Lord been playing the same CD. Me and the elder just realized the Lord been playing the same CD, playing the same movie for the last 10 years, but we just been, you know how the movie be on, but you hear it, but you ain't paying attention. Yep. You know how your moms used to have a movie on, but you going through the house kind of doing whatever. So the Lord been playing the movie out, and recently, me and the elder dog, we got the Lord's edited version, and then the uncut version of this movie that's going on, and we just gonna get right to it, man. I'm gonna name this piece, man, in the spirit. Our bad parenting has ruined and destroyed our youth and young adults today. I'm gonna just put it out there. Bad parenting, us included, not us personally, but we in that core. We in the core group of the constituents. We are in the core group. We're talking about age 40 and up. If you age 40, in other words, if you're a 1979, between 1970 and 79 baby, we was the last of the generation that got it. But our children are in that generation today of these kids that have been result of bad parenting. And so I would like for the elder to be so kind, man, we're gonna kick this word off. What would I give you? Our Proverbs 22:15? Yep. I want to make sure that's the right scripture. Yeah, man, that's the right scripture, brother.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 15, and it reads, Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
All right, listen, man. The elder just told you the foolishness is bound in the kid. So that means from birth until now, it has been deeply rooted in him, riveted in him to do the goofy. What goofy are we talking about? Murder or be murdered? Yeah. Life of crime, thugging, drug selling, auto theft, disobeying of parents. Ever since they were born up until now, those qualities have been already deep rooted in them. But what's the second half of that scripture say?
It says, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
Rod of correction, sticks, billy clubs, Louisville Slugger, if you got to get it, a pistol, bust him on the head with it. Foot send his ass sideways is the rod of correction that these kids didn't get today. Yeah. This how the spirit roll. We talking about bad parenting, us as bad parents, and the elder son comes in, and it's beautiful because he's a byproduct of what it looks like from good parenting. So the difference is, have you been involved with murdering anyone?
Hell no.
Have you been involved in the life of crime?
No.
Thugging?
No.
Drug dealing?
No.
Auto theft? Disobeying your parents? Why not, brother?
Fuck all that.
Now look, none of that, he can relate to none of that. Why? Because he's a byproduct of good parenting, starting with the father and his mom. What are we saying? If this is a byproduct, him and his sister are byproducts of good parenting. That's not what's happening today. Your group of people, parents fucked them over, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They fucked them over, bro.
Turn them into straight monkeys.
Yeah. So me and the elders, we scratch our head every day, and we trying to understand the murder or be murdered, the life of crime, all this shit that's happening with these kids. It gotta come from somewhere. It's the bad parenting, and it's the lack of rod of correction that has ruined us. Like I said, when me and the elder came up, our rod of correction was whatever our parents can get their hands on. Racetrack, stick, extension cord, what was that octave? The karate sticks, nunchucks, whatever they could get their hands on. That's what we got. That's what's missing today. If you're a parent and you got a young youth child or a young adult under 18, let's just say under 18, whether it's a stick, a billy club, a pistol, you bust his fucking head with that pistol if you got to. Yeah. You put his foot always sideways in his ass. And I'm the nicer one. This one is way more grisly because he like to fuck with you right here. See, I'm more of a physical rod of correction. Dude is a diabolical maniac.
Mental
rod of correction mentally. Some shit that you can't. Dog, that's almost criminal, bro.
It is criminal. Mental torture.
This guy right here, listen, what are we saying, man? In all seriousness. Discipline, instruction, doctrine of parenting, rebuking, warning our kids of the do's and don'ts is lacking today. You showed me a 6-year-old. Can you enlighten them on what the 6-year-old done, bro?
Let me pull that up. You heard about this?
Yeah.
Man? That was on purpose too.
How?
Back
6 years old.
On some grimy shit.
6 years old, bro. Forget the 10-year-old that killed his mom's weeks ago with the headset.
Fandy.
6, that's a first grader, Ish. I was actually your dad earlier today. I said, could you imagine if your principal called when Ish was 6 and he was like, your son just came in and did that.
It's crazy.
I don't even know. I don't know what you supposed to do with that.
Okay. This is CNN as of today, which is January 7th, 2023. And this is CNN. 6-year-old in custody after shooting teacher in Virginia police chief says. A 6-year-old boy was taken into police custody after he shot a teacher at Rich Neck Elementary School in Newport News, Virginia, Friday afternoon. Police Chief Steve Drew said in a news conference. The individual is a 6-year-old student. He is right now in police custody, Drew said. We have been in contact with our Commonwealth attorney and some other entities to help us best get services to this young man. Drew said the female teacher was shot inside a classroom, added that this was not an accidental shooting. The police chief said there was an altercation between the teacher and the student who had the firearm and that a single round was fired. No other students were involved, he added. We'll get this investor. The teacher's in improved but stable condition.
Wow.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, he shot that lady on purpose. So where a 6-year-old get a gun?
Come on, bro. Preach, brother. I need to hear this. Come on with it. I already know what you finna ask.
Right. Well, we're not gonna put on a long rant. I have a bad habit of doing that.
Hey, bro. This is our.
Right.
This when we get it all out.
I think it's pretty much safe to say that video games, television, social media have destroyed the child mind too.
Come on, bro. Of course, man.
Because now what the implications are is that if you're a teacher and it's this little 6th first grader, right?
Yeah.
And he up running around, you say, man, Don Terrell, sit down. I'm not going to tell you to sit down no more. He'll be offended enough to go home and get a gun. And be like, yeah, this motherfucker say something else to me because they be talking shit to me. I'm going to pop their ass.
Now, pause. I hope y'all heard what the elder just said. Now, where is the development of the brain of a 6-year-old where he could strategically come up with that with a precise...
How you get the gun? Who left the gun out for a 6-year-old to be able to get it and bring it to school?
See that?
Like, think about the home environment that can happen in.
Bring it to school.
Niggas watch their guns at the crib real close.
Especially when there's little kids in the house.
So, I mean, what kind of house you come from?
I ain't laughing. It's just that the elder, his eloquency of the level of questioning. What was the first question you asked? What household?
Right.
To where he could readily assess
right.
a gun to where... Dude, he's 6.
He's 6. And then get it to school and know how to use it.
Bro. Thank all praise to Yahweh Shemi Awashad, the dude that killed his teacher,
right.
bro. Because it's like, do y'all understand when we say our bad parenting has destroyed these kids? The elder just touched on something very valid. Social media, the idiot box, TV, these video games. The 10-year-old killed his mama over a video game headset.
The most popular video games are first-person shooters, right? Right. Yeah, first-person shooters.
So, the elder asked the question, where would this dude even... Well, this is the problem. We still in Proverbs, right? Mm-hmm. Could you give us verse 6? Can you scroll up and give us verse 6, man?
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
That's lacking as well today. See, we understand. So if you young brothers out there that got children, and you young sisters out there that have children, and they are not quite going in the direction they need to be going, well, this is what you start with. Fear the Lord, put some respect on it. You guide them down a righteous path. You recognize the folly and the goofy, and you deviate them from that. And then you have the game plan of success. How do I know? Because that's exactly what the elder did with this young man right over here. This young man, I just asked him not even 10 minutes ago, could he relate to any of the fuck shit, excuse my French, that's happening today? You know why he didn't? Because he's a byproduct of Proverbs 22 and 6. Mm-hmm. His dad indoctrinated him from the womb. Okay? His dad laced his tennis shoes as an infant with the game. Same as his sister, with the game. Two of the spiritual law-abiding citizens you want to come across. His children. Now, he couldn't say the same for himself at that age. No. But look what he did, though. He trained up his children in a way they'll never deviate. And if us as parents as a whole did that, it'll be a lot less of these what up, what's the what up niggas ish. You know the one nigga got a song called What Up? Yeah. I can't think of his name, dog. I can't think of his name. These young punks, man, that's out here glorifying and killing. Like these young niggas got this Wild Wild West glorification of with these Uzis and all that. See, that comes from not being trained up properly. These daddies is either dead, these fathers is either smoked out, or they in prison. Yeah. Either way, the father has ruined, and then the mother, no disrespect, because I commend y'all for doing whatever y'all can, but a lot of y'all sisters have literally checked out, especially on the son.
Oh yeah, completely.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? The son come in the house like he the man of the house telling you what to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, are we lying up? Mm-hmm. So train up a child in the way he should go. He will not depart it. But these kids ain't being trained up today. Man, the elders see it all the time. Obviously, the 6-year-old, have he been trained up the way he should go?
No.
That's why it says in Ephesians 6:4, provoke not anger to your child. A good way to provoke your child to anger is not fucking be around when he needs you the most. Terrell Owens, our age, he just found out maybe a year or two ago, his dad was across the street the whole time.
Yeah.
So you wonder why he extra emotional.
Yeah.
Because women, he had that extra.
His grandmama and all that woman and stuff in him.
Yeah. So what are we saying, dude? We to the point, man, where if you are already 16, in our day, when we was 14, 15, 16, the old heads could pull us to the side and they could give us game. And even though they wasn't our dad, we could retain that. Today, you try to pull us, try to contact a 16, you hoe ass, bitch ass, nigga, don't say nothing to me, fam. Nigga, I'll smoke you, nigga. That's what happened to us today. Even Ish is a young adult, and even if he tried.
Oh, yeah, it's a waste of time.
It's like, what you say, what dog saying, don't be a minute. What you say about my mama?
Yeah, they be, yeah.
It's like, damn, man, like, dog, look, bro, look. And then the elder, listen, man, hey, this guy is way, way many years ahead of his time, man, because he told me, he said, Rob, listen, a child is not that hard to get in line. He said, all you got to do is tap in to their mental system, and you can pretty much get them to do whatever you want to do. Hey, bro, when you first told me that, I'm like, nah, bro, you got to put that rod on their ass. Guess what? Guess what else you said? You can put the rod on their ass, but then what happens when they get immune to it?
Right.
Then what you do then?
They don't get immune to that.
Right, because dog, my older brother, dog, my dad whooped him so many times. He was like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing this. All I'm looking forward to is home is an ass whoop. I'm used to that, whatever. I'm thugging. I'm still out here. But when you tap into this,
it changes things.
Hey, you don't even remember this, dog. Your dad, you maybe remembered it. Hey, do you remember the tennis shoe option you gave him?
Racking up
yeah.
The school. I said, shit, you can rock the Air Max or you can rock the Kmart joints. They both brand new.
Hey, you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you go to school and clown all you want. You got some brand new motherfucking Barney light ups on in that bitch. Brand new. I'm talking about stankin'. You know how they smell like rubber?
Yeah.
You know how the Nike. You know how.
I think somebody said no. I could be wrong.
You know how the Nike smell like, you know, that shit. But then when you put them cheap ass, they smell too. But they smell like, you know what I'm saying, basketball
industrialism.
You know what I'm saying? Floor mat smelling ass kicks. Brand new floor mat shoe wearing ass nigga.
Now listen, y'all. The elder I want y'all to catch what he said about how he differentiated a punishment by way of punishment, by way of correction, by way of warning to his son that was having some, you know, he was clowning in school. So his dad was like, okay, I'll tell you what. The rod of correction he chose to use was shoes.
Yeah.
That's such brilliance.
He could take a whooping. He gonna be, but if he wearing the shoes to school, his friends don't know he got a whooping. He back in school with the shoes on.
Right. Now and then what makes that rod of correction so brilliant, because now you tapping on his ego too.
Right. See, I need some of that ego. I need you to go to school and motherfuckers be like, dog, okay, so let me get this straight. You had the 125s on yesterday. They was brand new. And now you got on some Barney light ups. How that work? That's the kids at school will be like, okay, something off, right?
Hey.
So I'm all the way off,
yeah.
right? I'm fly. I'm fly as shit, yeah. So, I got my own style. That's what you better tell them. You know I got the Air Max. You already know that. I got these, you understand me, to fuck you niggas up. You know what I'm saying? These just, you understand me, that I throw them to fuck you niggas up. You better come with some story. You better have a spectacular ass story with them motherfuckers.
Oh, man.
Them niggas gonna be scratched. They gonna be wanting to believe. They gonna be like, man, he do got the 160s though.
Yeah.
He do got the 160 Air Max. He had them on yesterday.
Right.
He always be fly. They gonna be scratching their head on your ass. That's exactly what I want.
Yeah. Dog, think about it. Basically, dog, what the elder is saying to his son, talk that gay shit down with them Barney lights on.
Man, the Barney LA gears. Some LA gears on and shit.
Oh.
Some shacks.
Ride of
Remember the
correction.
Shacks?
Yeah, oh hell
The
yeah.
Shacks on that motherfucker like this.
Dog had to,
Shack on that
yeah. Oh.
Some
Now look.
Starburys. Getting the Starburys.
Now look, the elder used shoes as a rod of correction, right? Check this out. Ish, did you have that same problem again after that? After your dad gave you that proposition, did he ever?
The thing with the shoe shit, it was like premeditated. I didn't even do nothing. He just threw the idea out there. So I didn't to have an issue. It was just in case.
Just in case. You know, I got something. You'll be the flies. You'll stay fresh.
Oh, that's even more brilliant. See that? That's why I told you he ahead of his time. Because parents they not on that level. It's strictly get the pot pan, whatever you get, crack him upside the head, go sit down.
But here's raising children. It ain't about discipline. It ain't, bro. It's about listening to what they want and spending plenty time with them.
Right.
That once you do that, everything else kind of smooth out on its own.
Right, because you know how to with the intel that you get from a child.
You got access to them. They ain't going nowhere.
Right.
So you can they can't get away from you. So you can control what they be doing and shit.
And guess what else, bro? That's beautiful you say that, because that also provoke your child to anger when you go to resort to hitting them upside the head or whipping them and all that.
Right.
Because you got some kids that be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna show this motherfucker.
Right. I ain't believe in whooping like that. I'm like, nah, I don't want my kids to be mad at me over whoopings and shit.
Right. And see, what you don't know is your dad was a sacrificial lamb of getting ass whooped, so y'all never got him.
Hell yeah,
Am I lying?
Hell no.
Yeah, but look how he turned out though.
Hell no.
Sacrificial.
Yeah, he was a sacrificial lamb of ass whoops.
Hell yeah.
And we talking about whatever moms can get her hand on.
Weird.
Yeah. How we look?
22.
Oh, you can stop me, bro.